Hi everyone, it's time for today's video based on New York Times connection game. It's basically a game where you create four groups of four words from 16 given words. You have seen the thumbnail, so you know what the first group we are discussing is. Watch to the end of this video and I will also tell you the other three groups of four words, what each word means, and what they have in common. Today's puzzle is move through the air. The first one is float. And now when you float, like you kind of float, you go up in the air, right? So let's move through the air. I'm floating. I'm so happy. This was such good news. I'm floating. Flotation is the noun to float, right? A flotation device is how you float, like you float on the water, right? Also, you can float in the air, of course. And, then float is something, it's like a drink, you can have a float beer, and that's a type of a drink. And then float is also a type of a number in mathematics and computer science and things like that. The other move through the air is fly. Now, fly has many, many meanings. To fly, like a bird, you fly like a bird. And so that's to fly. But then somebody can be, wow, so that's to fly. And then, flying on the radar means that you're doing something which other people don't know what you're doing. So fly is the verb and flight is the noun, right? Fly over means to fly over something. Fly off. He just flew off the handle, as in he got crazy. He lost it. He became really agitated. To fly off. So then fly can be a noun. Then, the dirty little flies, those are flies. But then you can be, fly is your zipper. If my shirt had a zipper, that would be fly. And then also fly is also, we have this thing called flight of fancy, which means kind of like what are your thought process? What is your flights of fancy? And fly can be also an adjective. As an adjective, that means, wow, you really fly, like you're really cool, you're really awesome. That's also fly. And fly boy is like a pilot or something. So that's easy to know. So, fly, a bird flies, but also you can fly an airplane as a pilot, or you can fly with an airline. I mean, those are simple. Then move through the air can be glide. So glide is kind of like walking on air, like he's gliding, he's so happy. So glide, float, they kind of look the same, but glide also is done on ice, like you glide, like when you see a skater or something, a graceful skater, they're gliding. They're not floating, okay? You can't float on the ice. That makes no sense. But you can glide on the ice. And then, so, also glide in the air. That's why we have glider. Those things are called glider, where you fly in the air, right? And then, so glide can be, you're gliding in the air, you fly through the air, you float through the air. The last one, move through the air, is soar. Now, the thing about soar is also fly, soar is also going in the air, but soar is the action of rising. Right? When you soar, you go up. So soar, right? The prices are soaring. The prices are rising. You don't say the prices are flying. So, but soar can also mean sore throat. I have a sore throat. That means that, this is SOAR. That means that, I have a sore throat. Right? That's sore. Oh, that's still sore. My arm still hurts. That's still sore. So that means sore, painful throat, sore, my mouth still sore, but then We have sour, S-O-U-R. That means the milk has gone sour, as in it's gone bad. Sour means a taste that you don't like. You know, sour is also, of course, means a lemon taste, sour. So sour is not necessarily rotten something, it's that kind of a citrusy kind of taste. So as you can see, English is so confusing because you have like glide and float, which are kind of similar. You float in the air, you glide, but you can't float on the same way you can't glide on water, right? So these are what, and then soar, when you fly, you're flying, but you soar, you go up. So this is what makes English so confusing and so rich because there are so many verbs, so many nouns. And so this could get frustrating. If you get frustrated, if English is hard for you, just keep going. You know, I've been doing it for more than 40 years. Believe in yourself and believe that one day you'll be better than those, you know, the native speakers, Americans and the Brits and everybody, because those guys were born into it. But you're learning. Just keep coming back, keep watching my videos, keep learning, keep watching movies with subtitles. Don't use a dictionary. Learn the language in context. Hey there, friend. Nice to meet you. I am Hamid. Sorry for the interruption. If you are enjoying this video and are looking to take your English fluency and vocabulary to the next level, I've got something special for you. I offer personalized one-on-one coaching sessions tailored to your unique goals and interests. Whether you're focusing on grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or all around communication skills, I'm here to help you master English in a way that's fun and effective. Ready to elevate your English? Click on the link in the description below to book your session with me today. Let's embark on this journey to English mastery together. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks on mastering English. So these are all hidden listening devices. A bug, right? Now, bug has so many meanings. Bug is an insect, right? Like all kinds of insects are bugs. That's why a million years ago, or 20 years ago, or 40 years ago, when computers were gigantic, like literally the size of a stadium, was a computer with much less processing power than your mobile phone. But you literally, these were giants. And because they were so big, they literally had bugs and insects going there and destroying them. And so you had to get rid of the bugs. That's where the expression debugging came in computer science. That's you literally, so there used to be bugs as in these insects. Now there are, of course, there is no such thing. You have a tiny cell phone. There are no bugs there, but that expression came with this, right? So that's why we debug software, and that debugging came even to other parts of language, kind of like removing problems, right? Figuring out what something is causing a trouble. So bug also means, okay, so the noun bug is, these are the things. It could be a problem, could be an insect. But then as a verb, to bug, as I said, is a hidden listening devices. Did you bug this room? As in, can you hear what people are saying and listen in? Listen in. Another word for it is eavesdrop, right? So when you eavesdrop, so understand that there is the eavesdrop. You're trying to illegitimately listen to a conversation. But then if you overhear something, you're not eavesdropping. Okay? Two people are having a conversation, a boy, a girl, and you hear a bunch of things. They're in a restaurant, you're there, you're not eavesdropping. You're overhearing them. Be careful. Overhearing is kind of like you overhear something, casually, accidentally. Whereas you eavesdrop very actively. It's kind of like when you look. Actually, no, sorry. When you see, right? I saw a fox. But when you look and you watch, you're paying attention and doing that thing. The difference between hear and listen. I heard something. I wasn't listening for it. So over here comes from here, whereas eavesdrop is listening. That's why it's a hidden listening device. So then also bug means to bother somebody. Oh my God, stop bugging me. Go away. Don't disturb me. Don't bother me. Bugging, bothering. Right, the next one, hidden listening device, is a mic. Now, mic, the way you write mic can be MIKE or a MIC, which stands for microphone. So, hidden listening device, mic, you use a mic, you use a hidden mic, microphone. Tap is also another one. Now, tap, you tap a phone, okay? Or maybe you tap a conversation. Now, tap has many, many, many meanings, okay? So many meanings. One of them is can be a faucet, right? Did you drink the water from the tap, as in, from the faucet? Tap could be, that's tap, right? Tap yourself on the back, tap, but that's also tap. The verb tap, the noun tap, tap. And that's tap. That's why we have tap dance, right? Also, we have this thing called tapping, which is, a type of work like EMDR and tapping and things like that. It's a modality of healing. Tap, so those are, parts of the thing tap means. And as I said, it's a listening device. Somebody's tapping my phone. You could also say somebody bugging my phone, but tapping my phone tap. But then the verb tap could also mean tap into. I think this is something that it's an untapped resource. This is an untapped resource. This is something that has not been accessed. This is something that has not been taken advantage of. And then, so the next group of words, the next word is hidden listening device is wire. So are you wearing a wire? So when you wear a wire, you can record conversations in a hidden way. But wiring, you don't wire. I mean, you can wire a line, but that doesn't really make any sense. You tap a phone line when you want to eavesdrop. You bug a phone line. You don't wire. Wiring is used when you wear a wire to hear a conversation. Now, wire in its simplest form is this wire, cable, wire. But wire also has a verb, to wire money. Did you wire some money? Back then when there was no PayPal or something, that was how you would send money. No Venmo, whatever, you would just wire the money. And then we have expression down the wire. It's gonna getting, to the point of the real action happening. It's down the wire. The next group is select as a box on a form. Check. Now, I've done a lot of videos on check. Check has so many meanings. Check here is like checkbox. Check, you have a checkbox. But to check means to examine. I wanted to check your progress, right? But check also means, and that's we have, the verb check in. You check in the hotel, you check out, you check out, you check up, go for a checkup. Check this out. Check out means, hey, look at that. Check the prices of oil out today. Check out how pretty that girl is, whatever, check out. Check me out, like look at me. Were you just checking me out? Like were you just looking at me and kind of figuring me out or to flirt with me or something? And then I wanted to check in. I wanted to kind of, touch base with you is another word, check in, touch base. Check up on. Did you come here just to check up on me? As in to make sure that I'm okay. And then check, of course, is if it is in England, is CHEQUE, and that means the same as things that in America, CHECK, that means checkbook, right? Where you spend your money, your money. But also when you're in a restaurant, check please. When you want the bill, you don't say bill please, you say check please. So you give somebody a check and things like that. Select as a box on a form is also mark. Mark is you mark something, right? So, but then you mark, basically when you mark something, you specify it, you make it a target of something. That house, that building is marked for destruction, right? I'm a marked man, as in I am a target, right? Mark them. Then the next word for select as a box on a form is tick. No, tick it, just tick it, tick, checkbox. But then tick, also like tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. That's the sound. Clock is ticking, tick, 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 tick. So time passing, tick. Also, tick is these insects that go in your body and they literally, attack you. That's a tick. But also tick could be, that's kind of like a facial expression that it's like you have a tick, like some part of your body is, has a tick, like it has a repetitive like motion or something. But also we can say, just wondering what makes you tick. I wonder what is important to you, what pisses you off, what bothers you, what makes you tick. Okay, that's another. The last one, select as a box on a form, is X. Of course, you put X. Now, X alone is a pretty powerful thing, a one letter thing. X could be, for an X-rated movie, you know what that is. X is the letter 10. X is X, Y, and Z. I want to know that X, Y, and Z of this, the coordinates of something. The last group is track and field equipment. Baton. Now, baton is, this long thing you can pass from one person to another. Also, baton is something that the cops have, like in Britain, they don't have like guns, they have batons that they can hit you with a baton. B-A-T-O-N, baton. Then there's hammer. Hammer is another track and field equipment. Hammer is this thing that you hit, nails with. But then we have the expression hammer it home. That means, did you hammer that home? Did you make that sure that the other person understood what is going on? Hammer it home. Something together. Let's work together and make something together. And then next one is hurdle. Track and field equipment. Hurdle is the thing you jump over. So hurdle is usually obstacles. This is a big hurdle in our situation. This is a big obstacle. This is a barrier, obstacle, hurdle. The last one is pole. Now, pole, as I've done videos on this for track and field equipment, pole is this, could be a javelin, could be a long thing you throw. That's a pole. But also pole is anything long, which is a rod, like a pole. But P-O-L-E, pole, can also be a, like North Pole, South Pole, right? The polar opposites, like the two ends of something. They're the polar opposites, the North Pole, South Pole. That's why we have polar bear, right? And then we have pole, we sometimes use for Polish people, that's a pole, that person is Polish, a Polish. And then the last one, a pole is P-O-L-L, is P-O-L-E. But if it is P-O-L-L, you poll somebody, you ask people about their opinion. Should we have ice cream on Thursday or Friday? That's to poll. Okay, I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you.